Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I think this is the first time I've ever repurposed something before I even finished the original project and, tried it out for what it was originally intended for. And I'm not doing this because I don't think it would be an excellent screw caddy, because I think it would. I'm doing this because I seem to need more and more space. I need to be able to carry more and more stuff with me, and I want to be able to divide that stuff up as much as possible so that no one item, specifically my toolbox, ends up being heavier than I would really want to feel comfortable lifting. So that's what's going to happen here. I need to be able to store a bunch of different things, and this came up because we're getting closer to spring now, and once spring gets here, I'll end up doing an awful lot more outdoor work, like changing tap bibs and working on venting and all that sort of stuff. Whole piles of things. Like there's a whole a variety of different chores I do in the summer relative to the winter, where I do an awful lot of drywall and a bunch of other minor jobs inside. And I think it was a week or two ago. That doesn't really matter, but it was a while ago now that I was searching in my toolbox, which tends to be my carry-all. I mean, I'm putting a ton of stuff in there. And it can take it, which is fine, but it gets really, really heavy. And I ended up running across a bunch of stuff that I was going to need for outdoor work, and I'd forgot I had it because it is a big catch-all, it gets to the point where I can't tell, what's in the bottom of the thing anymore. And that prompted me to think about this as more than just a screw caddy. This is going to be fine for screws because I do tend to use an awful lot of different varieties of them. And the original screw caddy is fine, but it doesn't have enough containers for me to store a bunch of the newer ones that I've been using, mostly because, I had originally designed it for the original work I was doing, and now I find it do an awful lot of other types of stuff. And, it doesn't really make any difference, but as I go along, I'll try and explain some more of that. But right at the moment, I want this because at this point I was thinking of this as particularly a screw caddy, one that was going to be changed from vertical to horizontal, and I want it to be as friction fit as possible. So that's what I'm doing here, is I am gradually creeping up on this so that the drawers, once I glue them all up, will fit in nicely and have a little bit of a gap, but not enough of a gap that any screws or whatever is going to fall out and jam the drawers or just end up being a nuisance. So I'm going to speed this up a lot here in a few seconds to 3 times, because this is just going to be me putting together one of the acrylic drawers. And I do have videos up if you want to go and have a look at how to glue acrylic together that you can go have a look at. But for the most part, I just want to explain the purposes for these drawers. So there, right now we're at 3 times speed. So now, originally, like I said, I had set these up for having dividers, and one of the things I wanted to change was the number of dividers. Initially, as you can see by the stack of them there, I was going to go with 3 dividers in each, and then, I was thinking that one of the problems I'm having with my original screw caddy is it's not good for the longer screws. I can fit a few in there, but I can't fit all of them in there flat. So once you start getting to 3 inches and greater, I can put a few in there, but they're on an angle. So I wanted some larger drawers in the back. And now that I'm thinking about this as not just a screw caddy, but as other things as well, I do need the extra room for, snap-on hose bibs stuff. I mean, a whole pile of things. And so what's going to happen is 3 of these drawers are going to have 2 dividers with narrow ones up front and then a nice larger gap at the back. And the other 3 are going to be the original design, which I was thinking of, which is to, by the way, this is what I've been using here to keep everything consistent. It is just an angle. They're set up for the 2 distances I want. And also, I didn't slow it down for you, but there is a bevel at the corner, the bottom corner, right there with the right where the acrylic is, where I'm moving the acrylic around right now. The reason for the bevel is if you have a sharp corner there, what happens is the methylene chloride will wick through and it ruins the finish. So hence the bevel. So there you go. I'm going to make these drawers so that, again, like I said, this is going to be one of the smaller ones, and I'm having a little difficulty getting that out. But yeah, it's going to be more useful. There's a few things I'm going to not show here because I've done it many times for you. I just want to give you the original feel for this. Like I said, I'm going to put 2 dividers like this, and then you can see where my hand is on the right. That's going to be the larger spot. That's where the larger materials are going to go. And one of the things I'm not going to be showing is putting on the handles. You've seen me do that before. Again, very straightforward, and lots of videos on that. And what else am I not going to show you? Some of the finishing, final finishing for the actual housing for this. I won't be showing you that. But again, like I said, there's lots of videos up with that sort of thing, and I just want to cover mostly why I'm changing this over, which is yeah. Like I said, it's just amazing the number and different variety of things that you end up collecting that you need to drag with you. And again, like I said, I want to divide the weight up. I'm going to make one more thing coming up, and the reason for that thing is there's a number of things because of my ongoing work with, I just made a mess right there. All the care I take, and every now and then some methylene chloride will wick out, and you can see it doesn't take any time at all, and you can see a little streak there. So anyway, as I was saying, there's a bunch of stuff I end up leaving in my vehicle, things that aren't temperature sensitive for one thing. Things that I can put out there, like no batteries involved, of course, nothing that's like paint or caulking or anything along those lines, because, well, I don't want to unload the entire vehicle every time I get home after a day. It already takes quite a while to do all that. But a number of those things, like a box of disposable gloves, blue towels I use for when I'm doing caulking and other things, a lot of stuff along those lines, they end up getting buried in a pile of garbage, and it's not so hard to find them, of course, because they are large items, but they end up getting beat up so that it's not as smooth as I would like it to be. This is the 3-drawer one. As you can see, they're all the same, and the only problem is there, of course, is the my square is not small enough to take care of that. So anyway, I want to be able to leave stuff out in the vehicle without having to bring everything in and know where it is. So that is coming up. That's my next project. I want to get that together again before the spring rush fully gets going, and I need all that stuff. So there you go. This is pretty much finished now. I'm not going to show you the rest of this. I'm going to show you what it looks like all done. This has got all the layers of oil on it that it needs, and it's all set. I'm going to load this up, and I will again show updates on these sorts of things as they go along. I always keep that yellow paper. You see, those are my instructions on if I ever want to make more of this. And yeah, there you go. One more thing I want to show you before we go away. I was actually really happy the way this turned out as far as the tightness of the drawers go. So I am going to put this on its end and open up the drawers and show you how nice and snug they are when they go back in. I mean, there's the drawer I messed up, but you see they go in really nice and smooth. I'm very happy with that. So anyway, leave comments. Let me know what you think about all this stuff, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video, and bye for now.